It's
Great.
I know. Yeah. Well, sorry, I didn't mean you, love.
I'm setting up the telescope, so I'll be right back.
Yep.
You're setting up again tonight? Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to be nice tonight. I want to get more on that.
Okay,
I want to
well,
get more on the heart because I got some real good data last night. But
I got some too last night.
oh, good, good, good.
Let me minimize.
I'll be right back.
Yep. And let me there minimize. And okay. What's up, everybody? Just give me just a second. I am working this magic from my smartphone. So just bear with me. And where the heck? Let me do this, minimize this, and let me now admit all. We can start admitting people.
Bring them
And
on.
come in, everybody's coming on.
Well, hello.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
It's
How's
another
you doing?
it's another furlough Friday. Whoop whoop whoop.
Yep, yep, yep.
Is that
So-
Wilfredo I hear?
I love that image there, Wilfredo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
So cool.
Wilfredo, I saw your video today on that OCal.
Yeah.
That thing looks like a beast.
Oh yeah, it is nice. I've been burning the midnight oil the last couple nights.
Oh my God, man, I want one.
Let me
I'm
see here.
gonna have to pick your brain about how you store it from after a whole night into a shop because it's at that point where the dew's up everywhere. I'm trying to figure out how to keep that from happening. But other than that,
Cover
I
it up.
love.
Mine sits outside. I just cover it.
Oh, okay, okay.
But that thing looks awesome. The fact that it's big enough field of view for a full size, full frame camera, and everything screws in. You know, there's no slide in with the thumbs, you know, with the lock, you know, thumb screws. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that thing looks
Now
so
this is where I'm really impressed with it. My other mount broke, so it's off to
I
Ioptron
saw that.
repair.
Yeah.
So I took that whole rig and put it on my roller cart. I've been beating it around, pulling it around, it's shaking all around. Every time I use it, I take the scope off, roll it around, put it down, set it up. I have yet, I imaged one, two, three, four, 5 times, 5 different targets. I have yet to have to refocus. It's still in collimation. I don't have to refocus. It, it's perfect. Now
That
my
thing
ape,
looks
yeah.
like a beast. The only thing I have the question of is that little cover on the side. What is that for?
Okay, so that's supposed to be just a inspection hole to go in there and clean off the mirror if need be. But there's no light leakage there at all. The only light leakage that there is in that dew system. There's a red light that's in there,
Yeah.
and that light turns on, and inside the tube, there's
Yeah.
a little bit of red light. However, it's not, it doesn't pick up by the primary mirror, and you can put a piece of tape over it, is what the maker said. But I've done my darks, but without the mirror powered up, without the
Without
dew,
the heater powered up. Yeah.
and even during the image sessions, I can't see anything where there's an issue with that little tiny red light. Not like my RASA with the red light I had to tape up on the end of the camera.
Right.
But man, I love that scope. I would love to get a couple more and have like that triple setup. It's awesome. It's nice.
It looks really sweet. And I love the focuser on it too. It looks very durable. And because it has the bearings in it, it looks,
Yep.
oh my God, that thing. Now, the price point on them is pretty expensive though, isn't it?
Yeah, 56, 57, somewhere around there. But I don't know if that's the final, price point or not.
Yeah.
Is that the H2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
That thing looks
Man,
And
that
it with the price, it does come with the
the case.
yeah, with the roller case and not reducer, but the field
Correct.
flattener. Yeah, the coma corrector. It comes with that, and it comes with everything you need inside of it. It should for that price.
how
But it
much?
is
And it's like F2 point something, 2.7.
Yeah,
2.7.
Man, that thing is.
It's just as fast as my RASA.
how
And
much does that weigh?
as tested with the 6200 on it, and all the wires I had attached to it, 32 pounds.
Wow,
But I'll tell you this, it takes a better image, a better quality image than my RASA,
really?
my 11-inch. Yes,
Wow.
100%.
Well, it should for $5,600.
Yeah. I mean, and just something about imaging Newtonians.
Yeah.
They
It's
have a thing
amazing.
about them, man, that just really.
Well, you get some hellacious images with that one of
Oh, with
yours.
my Carbon Star? I mean, they're great.
God, yeah.
I mean, I'm loving
Yeah.
the Carbon Star.
I'll tell you what, though, this thing looks like it's got a focuser that's a beast.
Yeah. 2.5 inch can
Yeah.
supports full frame camera. That's the image
Yeah.
server is huge.
Yeah. And
You can't put a full frame on the Carbon Star.
Yeah.
this
Even
thing,
APS-C, you get a little bit of vignetting in the corners with APS-C with the Carbon Star.
Yeah.
yeah. So I was dealing with tilt the first time I put it together, but I never knew how to, you know, tilt versus collimation.
Right.
So all I did was I bought me a little $20 Amazon angle meter, and I leveled out the scope, put it on there because the focuser's got a tilt adjuster in it. Adjusted it to match what the scope was sitting at, turned it, and made it what it was sitting at. That eliminated all the tilt. And I just made sure my camera was on a level surface, measured it, made sure it was at 0. And man, it is a dream because when I first put it together, it had 18 or 19% tilt, and now it has less than 4%.
That's awesome.
And
So, and then those blue knobs that are on the secondary mirror, what is the adjustment on that?
okay, so when you're collimating, and forgive me if I get the term wrong, or when you're trying to get that secondary mirror aligned,
Yeah.
you can make it go left or right or up. Well, the screws make it go left or right. Those screws make it go up or down or something. One of the two make them go up or down or left and right. But somebody made a comment about, oh, that's going to stick out, but they're so close in, you don't, they're not, it's not
Yeah,
a
it looks
problem. You
like
can't see it.
they're like barely out, not very far out. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You can't pick it up with the secondary mirror. So
And it almost looks like they're almost perfectly aligned with one of the veins that come out.
it is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's very nice built, well built. And I had that one issue with the magnet. And when I contacted the maker after he watched the video, they've already changed the glue type that they use for those little magnets.
Okay.
So it's a non-issue anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really sweet. I was like drooling over it when you were showing
Yeah.
it. I was like, man, that thing is awesome.
I mean, all you have to do is look at it and you can
Yeah.
tell it's like super quality.
It is. It is a very quality. Well, I mean, I've only had the very cheapest Newtonian, 6-inch Orion, and then this. So it's been a dream and a pleasure to work with. It's
Yeah.
my favorite so far.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say, it looks like a Takahashi.
Oh yeah. I had somebody.
Those.
Yeah. Yeah,
Those
I
orange
just
ones are yellow.
imaged the boogeyman with it last night.
The
I
thing
was up
about
all
it, though, as opposed to a Takahashi, it's got innovation built into it that nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
And it looks
yeah.
like it comes with everything.
Yeah.
It does everything
Yeah,
that you need.
yeah.
Everything.
The do system and everything.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a sweet one, man.
So I guess Dan's going to be selling those, huh?
I think so. If they have the, I believe, I mean, I can't speak for that, but I think that's the plan.
Right. Oh, man.
Now, did you just get a test one?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Wonder when they're coming out with them.
I, I, from the way he was talking when I spoke with him 3 weeks ago, I thought that you could go ahead and get it because you can order it on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I was surprised to see it on Amazon. I was like, whoa, this is on Amazon?
Me too. And then when I saw one online someplace else, it was double the price. I was like, what? That can't be right. So
Oh,
I could confirm with them, yeah, that it's somewhere in that 56, 57.
56 something is what Amazon had it.
Yeah,
56 what?
100.
56 hunch.
Whoa, okay.
I
I'll talk
bet
to
that,
Robin later about bumping up my allowance. Maybe we'll
yeah,
see.
bump up that allowance.
Yeah, yeah.
How'd your operation go?
Good, good. Everything went well. Oops, sorry.
They do cartwheels?
Not quite, not quite. I did manage to take a walk to my mailbox, which is about almost I want to say it's about a half mile round trip, something like
Yeah.
that. Because we got the community mailbox in our subdivision and all.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty crazy. I mean, outpatient. I mean,
Yeah.
they wanted me there by 6:15. So driving through Atlanta traffic, even at 5 o'clock in the freaking morning, you're driving
Uh,
down 20 and 285. It's like
oh,
Fast and the
no.
Furious Tokyo Drift, you
Yep.
know,
Yeah.
which is nuts. But we made it there. I surgery ran, started on time at 8:15 because I got there at 6:15. Checked in and 8:15 we started. By I want to say 10:15 or so, I was in recovery or
There you
something like that. Woke up about an hour later, and then they had me in a room. And then it went through all of the physical therapy stuff I need to do, all of the OT, occupational therapy stuff I need to do. And by
Mhm.
3:30, we were out of there.
Great.
And then got caught in the,
Evening
afternoon traffic,
traffic.
the afternoon traffic, and then got caught in a bumper to bumper because there was an accident. But by the time we made it to the on ramp, they had the accident cleared, so it was pretty cool.
Uh,
Um, but I've been walking. The only pain I have now, my leg feels great. There's no numbness, there's no tingling, anything like that. So now my only pain is the incision. And I have a bit of a sore throat from when they had the breathing tube.
Oh, yeah. That always.
Yeah,
they give
so
you
I'm hoping that'll all clear up, within 24 hours, at least the sore throat. I
yeah.
figure I hope, because I'm not taking oxycodone. They gave me oxycodone and stuff like that, but I don't take that stuff. I didn't
Well, you
take
can
that
go
stuff
sell
when, uh, what was crazy
Don't
though
do
was
that either.
speaking
You'll
of
get
that,
blown out of the water.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
what
that's
was
right.
crazy though
Schedule one
was,
narcotic. Yeah.
well, hold on. There was one thing that the nurse actually gave me a packet. I don't know what's in the packet, but you
Heroin.
stop it. And you take if you're not going to use the oxy or whatever you don't use, you can actually put this dust in there or this substance and then add a little bit of water to the bottle and it'll basically destroy the the
Oh,
oxycodone. It'll destroy the prescription.
oh,
So, which I thought was, that's it. That's awesome. That is
yeah,
freaking awesome.
yeah. Especially if
Um,
you got kids around.
exactly.
You know
Yeah,
what else destroys it?
Exactly.
A sink
You know, they
disposal.
gave me that stuff when I
It's
had
a great
taken
way
out,
to
and I
dispose
took
of
that
it.
stuff with when I got my appendix taken out.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my god, it's no wonder people get addicted to this stuff.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes me so
I can only
freaking
take it for like
dizzy
a
and stuff like
day.
that, dude. It makes me so damn dizzy and out of
It makes
sorts. I don't like feeling that way.
makes your whole body numb, and then the whole thing is the only problem is it backs you up like
Oh
nobody
God, yes.
business. It's
oh
like, you know
yeah,
what? I think I'd rather take a nice constitutional as opposed to feel this way.
Heck yeah. I mean, they even gave me they said here, and then they also gave me a prescription for a laxative for Colace and stuff like that.
Yeah, so yeah, because if you're taking that,
yeah,
you need stool
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm like, but like I said, the last time I had the surgery from last year, I took it. I took that oxycodone and I hated the way it made me feel, just like you had backed me up and all of that stuff. So I said, I took it for like maybe 2 days, on and off for like 2 days. And I said, you know what? I'm done. And then I
yeah,
started taking Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol, like a couple extra strength Tylenol, because the doctor told me you can safely take up to 3,000 milligrams a day of acetaminophen. So I said, fine, I'll take two of these, morning, afternoon, and night.
yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll
Yeah.
persevere. I'll be fine.
You will. You will.
Yeah.
How big is
So,
your
so
incision?
it's tiny. They say it's like a tiny incision, but
Oh
they
yeah,
said since this was, I don't know how this one will be, because normally the lumbar microdiscectomy incision is very small.
yeah,
It's but this one, since it was a revision, since they had to go and do another area of my vertebra, it might be a little longer and stuff like that because of scar tissuing and everything. So Robin will take a look at it, but I have no idea how long it is. But I don't think it's very big.
glad you did good.
Yeah, yeah. So
Glad you
thank
did
thank,
good.
thank the Lord for that. So
Hope it rectifies your
oh
problem.
yeah, because the doctor actually, when I met with the doctor before surgery, I was asking him, after this, if this doesn't work, what's the next step? He says basically it's a fusion.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Wow.
no, thanks.
yeah,
So I will. So I'm doing absolutely everything. I'm not supposed to lift anything heavier than a gallon of milk. I got to
don't.
go walk often. Don't
Yeah.
sit too long and stuff like that. And
Keep
no,
flexing, yeah, yeah,
keep flexing and all of that stuff.
yeah.
Well, you
So
know, I can't believe how much walking helps me because
yes,
I've got clogged femoral arteries on both legs.
okay,
And it hurts me to walk, 2 blocks.
hmm,
And I do a mile every day, and Patty goes with me, and you know, it helps.
Good
You
for you.
know,
good
I
for
went
you. Yep,
I went over to Methodist a week ago, and the doctor said, "Well, that walking must be doing you some good because your numbers haven't changed." And I said, "You mean
awesome.
I get to keep my feet for a while?"
Yeah,
Mhm. So,
awesome.
yeah,
Just keep up with that, because yeah, I'm gonna keep up with this, and and
yeah,
me working. When I go back to work, where I work at the manufacturing plant, there's lots of stairs, and I gotta, being in IT, I've got to go to computers all over the place, and
yep,
so I plan on, walking quite a bit.
good, good.
Hey,
So
Well,
speaking of IT,
yes,
I bought my very first Melee over the week.
no way, nice. Which one do you get? The 4C,
Uh, the Acquider
the
4C,
Quieter
yeah.
4?
The
Yep,
new one.
Yep,
nice. Right on.
yep.
It's
They're
a
good
great piece of
stuff.
equipment. The only thing you need is to get like a little, probably like a little small USB hub to go
Yeah,
with it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
It
Because
only
the
has
only,
two USB threes, and it
yeah, the
depends on how much
4C,
equipment you want to plug into it.
yeah, because the 4C actually, it has three USBs on the side and it has one USB-C in the back.
Yes.
Yes, I have a USB-C into the USB-A 3,
Okay.
three, it's like four USB 3s, the A style plugs that
Mm-hmm.
goes into a C that I put into it. So that way I get the high speed delivery into it from
Yeah.
that hub.
I did
Now,
my
one
solar
thing
work.
that I did discover when I got the 4C is on the 3C, I can actually power the 3C, my 3C, from my Power Box Advance.
Yeah, I do that with my power box. I can
I
power.
cannot do that with the 4C.
Why not?
I don't know if it's requires a bit more power or something,
I have
but
the power box, the micro one, and it powers up my
really, I
4C.
don't know what it is. I'll have to find out. Um, because I can do it with the 3C, but the 4C, it will it will power up, but then it'll shut. But then after a little while, it shuts itself off.
Maybe
It'll
it's
stay up for a
setting
little
in
while,
your
but then
power
it'll
box.
shut itself off. So I'll need to double check. So right now I've just got it plugged in with the supplied USB-C AC adapter. And I just plug that, and I have an extension cord so that I don't have so much drag. And I've just fished it to my surge suppressor, my outdoor surge suppressor. But that was the only thing. Everything else works great. Um, I did notice when we got the 11 on before my surgery, we got the 11 on the Mighty. It did go. I had the biggest pain in the neck for getting it when it goes home. There's something up with the deck that the way I had to that where it's adjusting, it would start to slew home and then it would freeze. And then the deck light would start flashing, basically saying there's an issue with the deck. And so I had to maneuver it in a way, and you have the little lock knob
Yeah.
that you have to turn like counterclockwise, and I did that into the little indentation, but basically it would not stay, it would keep freezing, when it would try to slew home. And then I would have to restart it. But eventually I figured it out and now it's fine. And I'm just like, screw it. I'm leaving you alone.
Yep.
And
Correct.
so now I have to, because of all the moving, I'll have to recollimate it. So I'll get that, but SkyX fires up, the Wanderer flat panel, everything fires up in Nina and stuff like that. So I'm thinking sometime this week, maybe even depending on the weather, I'll see what the weather is. Maybe I'll take the dew shield off and then I'll collimate it and put the dew shield back on and see what we need to do. So
I got a question for the group.
yeah,
Um, so I've been proud user of Stella Vita since it came out, and they made some updates, and it's been working great.
okay.
And I had my ASI airs on the shelf, used it once or twice here and there, and that's kind of why the CM70 was kind of not being used. I was doing other things with the EM31, but I needed to switch things up. So all of a sudden, I go to power it up, and everything's just totally out of whack. So the ASI airs had some updates. I even updated the firmware on the AM5, and then nothing's working right, except like for right now, my guiding works, except it's 2.7 or 2.8, and it guided like that all night long.
Mhm.
Perfect stars, no problems. It's just been weird numbers. And then now my Stella Vita had an update and it's doing the same thing. So all of the guiding is way off. And I'm just wondering if anybody's having the same issues with guiding.
Not.
Or it,
Because I use both. I use a Stella Vita on my TV 85 because I got a QHY 268 on it, but I use the ASI airs on my Red Cat and my AM5N and on my uh, 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 NP127. And I haven't had any problem. Of course, I didn't do any updates, but it didn't say to it because it always automatically says it's time to update the
Yeah,
firmware.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. Mine said, "Hey, do you want to do this update?" And I always skip it. Always skip it. But I was redoing a bunch of things, and I did the firmware on the AM5, and then I hit the oh yeah, let's update. Worst mistake ever. And now and nothing works right, and my numbers are way off. But it
And you
guides, but it's
polar
just
line
still never.
every time, right? When you set up.
Yes. Oh, I have to. Yeah,
So
I
it's
drag
not
everything
like
out. Yeah, yeah.
that's interesting.
I'm
Strangest
glad.
thing.
But
I'm glad.
interesting, it's doing it with the Stella Vita too.
Yes,
Yeah.
So
yes,
so so uh, unless
They use
that's
similar guiding programs, I think. So
they do.
yeah.
Um,
So did it, you know, it seems unlikely something would have changed in two different devices. Um, but you
Yeah.
said you updated the firmware in the AM5N. It seems more likely if that's common between the two devices, it seems like the you know the situation should be there. I mean, you've checked your focal length for your guide scope and your main scope and
oh
all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah. And I've taken the Stella Vita, and that's what happened is I put ASI air didn't work. I put the Stella Vita. Actually, I used the Stella Vita first on the Sim 70 with the RASA, and it kept disconnect, connect, disconnect.
yeah, your
Um,
770 apparently
yeah,
has an issue though.
yeah. So I've tried everything, cables, I've tried everything, and it's just weird. It all started with the AM5 firmware. And then when I went outside to my other three ASIers, they said, "Oh, let's update." Okay, might as well. I've never had a problem before. And that's when it all went south. And it works perfectly fine. Like last night, I'm still kind of sleepy from the last 2 nights being up, starting at 1 to 6.
Oh,
But the guiding never goes below 1.7. It's like 2.6, 2.7, 2.8. I can't get it. But now when I do my polar alignment, I get it down to
Well,
like a 0.23, and then it just will not guide. I've changed settings, I've changed numbers, but I get
have
perfectly good stars.
have you tried running it off a PC with Nina or APT or whatever,
I
another
haven't tried that.
program and
No,
PhD? Try
n-
PhD,
oh
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Try it the old way. Yeah, but see now
Yeah.
they got the
No,
melee,
but
I
I
can
mean,
do it
Yeah,
that
now
way.
it's
Yeah,
got the melee there, well,
yeah.
you can give it a shot.
yep.
But it
Yeah.
sounds to me like the issues, the firmware update with the
yeah,
AM5N,
Yes.
because that
Yeah.
seems like it's
I
common,
yeah.
you
I
know.
mean,
Yeah,
obviously, the best way to tell is if you could use your 770, but that's obviously on the blink too. So
yeah, yeah. But so now here's another part of it is that with the EM31, the
Mm-hmm.
MCAM Astro, the Ease Astro mount
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
with the ASI air on it, and you polar line, and you go to park it, it reverses. It goes in a different direction. And it went to do the same thing when you go to do the initiate polar line. Instead of going to the polar aligning to the west or
it
to the
went to
east,
the east.
it went totally opposite. So then I had to do an all sky polar line, sync it
Yeah.
way off some other distance. Never had to do that before. And like I say, this all started with that one update.
So
Now
Maybe
the
your
latitude,
latitude and longitude isn't set right.
yeah,
Yep, that's what it sounds like
It
to me.
thinks you're in the southern hemisphere or
Yep.
something.
or the time,
Yeah,
The
Hold
right.
on.
time. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Check your Greenwich, your time off of your Greenwich mean.
Right. Make sure you're the right amount of hours
Yeah.
before.
You're on the eastern seaboard,
Yeah.
Okay,
so
South
you should be
Carolina.
U4.
But here's a question though. Because with the AM5, can't you sync from your phone?
yeah, yeah, and I do that. And for solar, it works perfect. And when I tried to image with it at night with the ASI air, it just goes downhill. So
Wow, because it syncs to your phone and stuff like that.
mhm,
So it
yep,
sets your GPS location up. It
yes,
sets your time up properly. So it does all that, and like you're saying, it does its solar's fine. It's gotta be. I'm wondering if it's then it I mean it's not then is it the tracking setting perhaps?
Well, I've changed. I had to go back and redo them all because when I did the update, it changed everything. All the,
Yeah,
So
all the,
maybe it changed your latitude and your longitude in the
that's
ASA.
In
that's
the ASIM,
possible. That's
and
possible.
it's
I didn't check that. It's
And if
possible.
it's
yeah,
going in the wrong direction, check like the west east. I don't know if I don't have an ASI air, so I can't speak. So I don't know if it uses like a minus sign for west or whether it uses W or E. You know, like that could totally screw you.
yeah.
Yes. Yep.
yeah. Check that hemisphere. Yeah, for sure. Um, one thing for me that I did notice, and I've got to order some. No, yeah, I got to order some new some longer M5 bolt, M6 bolts because we were me, because I was moving the 11, before, and I decided to try to help myself because Scott, you have the handle for the guide star, right?
Yeah.
And I had it clamped on, the Los Mandi clamp, AMD Los Mandi clamp, had it clamped on, everything was fine, and then all of a sudden, unfortunately, it almost slipped out of my finger. It almost slipped, um, because I don't know, because I thought I had it nice and tight on the Los Mandi clamp, but I think those screws were too short, and I almost lost the 11 for a second and then fortunately I didn't, because that was scary.
You wait a minute. You carry that scope with the handle for the guide scope?
Yeah, but it was all clamped down.
Oh Lord.
It was all clamped down.
That 11's got handles on the back of the scope, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I used the back of the scope. I had it on the back of the scope. I had one hand on the back of the scope, on that handle.
Wow.
And then I had another hand, on the handle with the guide scope. But then, unfortunately, like I said, but then when it slipped, fortunately, I hadn't made it outside yet. And then I said, it was another anarchism. So I was like, dang it. And then I went right. So I set it down on the table and I went and grabbed my far point Astro clamp and hooked that up to the onto the dovetail, onto the top Los Mondi tail. Then I took it out there. I was like, it's just one of those things. I just don't think about it. But don't
Yeah.
do the things that I do. As long as
I
I'm
don't think I would be trying to lift that 11
you
with
know,
that handle. I'd
yeah.
be using the ones that are, you know,
It's
So
got
same with
handles.
scope.
It's got handles on the back of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have a handle, and that's what I said. I had one of my hands on the back handle
Yeah.
of the OTA, and the other hand was on the guide scope, was using the guide scope handle. But yeah, that was probably
I'd
wrong.
be
That was the wrong.
cradling that thing under my arm and
Good
hold.
Yeah,
God.
yeah. From
I'm
now on,
glad.
carry it like a baby.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm not. You
I'm
know what? Now that thing is on there, and I've just had this surgery, that sucker's not coming off.
Bingo.
so I'm glad we're talking about this because that brings up a good point. I was gonna the way you're talking about that handle on my RASA, there's a handle in the back. That's it. The Los Mandi, the rail across the top, you got one on the bottom.
Yeah.
I was going to take that far point Astro clamp and put a eye bolt there and use a UTV or an ATV,
Mhm.
12-volt little winch and put up in my shop to pull up and down. Do you think that the weight of that, because it's 46 pounds, do you think the weight would be okay to support on that top rail with
I
a
honestly don't know.
I mean, it's
This is
bolted to the OTA, right?
it's
With the
bolted
little
to OTA?
special clamps on there.
Yes,
it's
and
the
the
orange one, right? The Celestron one?
yes, yes.
It should.
The Lost Mondi.
Yeah.
Yeah. As
It
long as
should.
you've got it's 4 bolts, right? Two in the front, two in the back.
Two in the
Yes.
back,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I as long as you've got a good solid clamp on that Lost Mondi plate,
Yeah.
you should be okay.
Yeah,
But
because I
and if you
mean,
got
it's
that far
designed to
point on
basically hold it on a mount if it's straight up in the air.
Yeah.
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 but
Because
I
it's
would
heavy.
probably do it with two. I would probably have one in the front, one in the back, and you
Yeah.
know, cantilever it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's just
obviously,
heavy.
most of the weight's towards the rear, but yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
awkward, especially on my roller cart. It's so high up. And
Uh-huh.
for me to try to
Yes.
get that thing off of there, that's 46
Yes.
pounds of, because I've almost tipped it over and lost it because the back handle, your wrist can't hold 46 pounds like that.
No. No.
And I almost had some dirty underwear,
Yeah.
huh?
It was so crazy, because with my 11 out here, just like you, I have the wheelie bar, the wheelie, the wheelie bar out here, and I put it's sitting on the tri-pier, the Aptron tri-pier,
Yep.
and yeah, I almost, yeah, you put too much weight. Yeah, it could tip. So you got to be careful. And I actually then I went ahead and I did some ratchet tie straps down from the pier down to the wheelie bar itself and stuff like that, because yeah, you got to be a little careful.
I
That's why I'll
was,
stick to Newtonians. They don't weigh hardly anything.
Yeah, but you don't get the reach.
No, the other thing you could do, Will, is just put a strap, like a soft loop, like when
Oh
I
yeah,
when
yeah.
I haul motorcycles, we use these soft loops, that are just two
Yep.
inches wide,
Yep.
and they come around there, and they've got the industrial stitching, so it
Yep.
creates a cradle, and you might have to, either nest a couple of them together, but put it together, have a soft loop cradle up under the scope. I would feel better about it doing it that way than relying on the the Lost
Yeah.
Monday.
Little
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah,
bolts that hold the
exactly.
last bandage.
Yeah, having a cradle would be better.
Yeah.
True. Good idea.
I was, I was balancing my NP 127 and my TV 85 because they're side by side, and I had Patty out there with me, and I said, now when I loosen this bolt, these scopes are going to slide, and so I'm underneath these, and man, I forgot how much that thing weighs. And boy, it started to slide, and it was all I could do to stop it. Because I
That's why
was,
I use a dead stop on mine. The
yeah,
on the plate, I've got an ADM stop that
yeah,
it prevents it. So if I loosen up my
Sliding
clamps
out.
on my
That's
14,
smart.
it will not slide back.
it won't. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That believe me when I tell you that saves the day, because that I'm muscling 80 pounds worth of scope and gear on that sucker.
That's
So
smart. And that way, it
hell
can
yeah.
rest and you can
what's that?
open your clamp up wide enough to where then you can just lift it straight out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what's
smart.
that called,
I should
Scott?
do that with my 127 because when I have that 127 on there with all the stuff on it, it's
Yeah,
freaking heavy.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You're preaching to the choir, man. I try to
I,
muscle a
I mean,
14, you know?
just that side by side plate weighs
Yeah.
10 or 12 pounds.
Oh yeah.
And that NP 127 is not real light. I mean, it's not real heavy, but with all the camera gear and everything on, what's that called that ADM makes?
It's just a dead stop. It's a
Okay,
clamp. All it literally is just a Lost Monday, clamp, a dovetail clamp. It's only about
yeah,
an inch wide,
okay,
and it just clamps on the one side. It pinches it together. Fits right
okay,
on the
okay,
Lost Monday plate. ADM makes them.
okay.
They're cheap. They're like $20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out because if you put a screw or something like that in, if that thing starts to slide, it's gonna snap that screw right off.
Yeah, no, you need something more than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what I'm
definitely.
actually speaking of ADM, what I'm actually looking at is there is for the guide scope. to help deal with preventing any type of flexure on the 11, is I'm looking at getting a clamp that's Los Mandi on the bottom for the dovetail, and they have it where it's like a Vixen slash Cinta clamp at the top, so
Mm-hmm.
I can clamp the William Optics guide scope to that. You know,
Right.
instead of getting using getting a dovetail, to put onto the OTA itself.
Right.
This way it's tight on there. I might actually get two, one that I can have for the front and maybe one I can have for the back of the actual guide scope dovetail, and clamp that on. And at least that way, it's almost like it's a part of the
The scope itself.
of the scope itself, so you don't have that flexure issue.
Yeah.
So
You
you
know.
don't use a full length Los Mandi top plate?
No, it is. It's a full length. It's full length.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. The ADM. It's not very big. The ADM accessory. It's not very big. So I was thinking of getting two of them, so I can put one on the front, on the top, on one on the front of the guide scope dovetail, and one towards the back.
yeah.
So I'm not depending on just one.
Yeah.
Maybe like in the middle.
Yep.
So yeah, and they're $80 a piece, but I think it'll be worth it.
Oh yeah.
It'll give you some peace of mind. So don't forget, everybody, as far as image of the week, there is no image of the week, but there is image of the month tonight. So don't forget, if you haven't, go to astroworldweb.com/IOTM for image of the month, and make sure you have voted, because you only have, I believe, a little bit of a half before half less, maybe 32 minutes.
I thought it was next week.
It's today's the 24th.
Yeah, next week's the 31st.
Yes. So image of the month for September.
Ah.
The image of the month voting for September.
Well,
And don't forget that also, since I missed out on opening up the poll for this week's image of the week, the image of the week poll, the image of the week link is up. It was up since this Wednesday, and it's gonna run until Tuesday. So you can put in, your entries, and the top two, since I'll have time, since I'll be, on off work recovering.
Yeah.
So the top two winners for image of the month, image of the week rather, will move on to image of the month for October. If that all makes sense to you. Oh
thanks.
goodness. So yeah. Um we got a new moon this week and weekend. This weekend it's got new moon, so hopefully everybody's able
It
to do
was
some broadband
a
imaging.
gorgeous toenail moon on my way home from work tonight.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It was beautiful. It's like, wow,
Have
that's
you
so cool.
have you guys been seeing all the images of that comet that guy Massive?
Oh, on Discord, man,
Yes.
that
Oh
thing
my
looks
God, those are good.
looks amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. He really is getting some good shots of that thing.
He's been
I got the
Nice.
collecting data on it for what,
Oh, months.
weeks?
Yeah.
2-3 weeks
No.
now.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
I got lucky last
So
night
cool.
and I got 6 images of the comet. I was able to stack
Nice.
three of them in between the tree limbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to
Hey.
say, I have no view whatsoever to the west,
Yeah,
and but I was gonna go over to my buddy's house tonight, but it's cloudy. Uh, hopefully tomorrow or Sunday. I'm just going to try to get it with a DSLR,
Yeah.
because
Uh,
I,
I got the ladder. This is no joke. When times are rough, you do what you got to do. I had the
Yep.
ladder. It's laid in the front yard because I was on the roof earlier
uh,
checking out the incline to see what it's going to take to put my Red Cat 71 on the roof of that tree tonight. And I was like, I came back in and I told the wife, I said, the risk isn't worth the reward.
Oh, hell
Now,
no.
Totally
But
not.
the GoPro's up there right now.
Of course, it wouldn't do me any good to put it on the roof because my trees are 70 feet above the roof. It's
Damn trees.
yep.
oh yeah, I was doing leaves all day today. Ah, yike. What's
No, no,
that?
no, no, no. No, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm actually doing the Wolf's Cave. I think I mentioned this to you guys. I'm doing a 4-panel mosaic of the Wolf's Cave now.
Did
So
you get it started?
yeah, I did get it started. And I'm doing 60-second luminance and 30-second RGB. And so far, the histogram looks good. Everything looks good as far as luminance is a little bit further away, from the left side of the histogram. It's still within that 10% range
Yeah.
of, so it looks that's fine. And then whenever we get some, maybe towards, because it's gonna start clouding up here pretty soon. So when it clears up again, then I'll probably go for HA. I'll get some HA in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
started
yeah.
doing the Ghost of Cassiopeia last night. Did a bunch of HA and got a lot of red, green, or a lot of red, a lot of blue. And I woke up this morning and it hadn't finished. I'm like, man, it's still on the green. I still had a lot to do. And I was like, didn't realize what was going on. And then I
Mhm.
went to I just stopped it before, it was starting to get light. So I stopped it, saved the sequence, and I realized all the 60-second shots I was doing in red, green, and blue, I was
Yes.
dithering every frame.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Oops.
Oh wow. That stinks.
Well, it'll make for great dithering, but I mean, it was like, oh man, no wonder it took so long. It was dithering every frame.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought every 3 was a lot.
Oh well, 60 seconds. I think I was doing like 120 in each,
Yeah.
and so yeah, it was like typically I would do like every 5,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, so I get it's just basically get a bunch of more green, and I should have a good image. But I put together the extra stuff that I got of HFG1. So I basically had about 30 hours on that.
Okay.
So, and I think that should get me a pretty damn good image. And
Yeah.
then I'm putting together now. I got SPCC running, um, running what do you call it? The double cluster that I did with the GT81, and then I want to put together the stuff I got with the Heart Nebula. I got all the narrow band and some of the broadband. I was going to do broadband for the stars, so I got some of that. Just have to get a little more of that for the broad.
Sure.
So
Yeah. I told you I was going to do that SH2 173. And I was looking through all the data I've taken over the last month or so, and I was working on Barnard 150, and
Uh-huh.
I
oh,
thought, well,
good. That
I,
that is that what you posted today?
yeah, I didn't realize there was so much HA in that.
Yeah, it looks good.
I
What you got?
I wanna shoot some HA and put it in that.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
liked it. It came out really nice.
Yeah, it didn't come out too bad. I was pleased with it.
Yeah, I like
Good.
that kind of reddish glow in the background and everything. Looks
Yeah. Well, I'd like to get some detail in that reddish glow in the background with some HA
yeah.
because that's just LRG or just RGB. I didn't even take any luminance.
Yeah, the 2 panel Dave that we were
Oh,
working
with the
on
heart, yeah.
Wednesday. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. As a matter of fact, I switched up the panels so that you could see what the bottom panel looked like. It's right here.
I couldn't believe the detail and the color you were getting with 2 minute exposures.
Yeah. So, I boneheaded move for the night. Yeah, I completely forgot to save the sequence.
Oh,
Whoops.
Thank God,
Oops.
we recorded it on YouTube, so I was able to go back into the into the show and zoom in on the coordinates, and then punched in the coordinates by
Well,
hand.
you can take one of your pictures and solve from that.
how
And
do
the
you
Yeah.
framing,
do that? How do you do that?
it's pretty easy. You know up where you choose like the fit survey or whatnot. So
Yeah.
who's showing their screen right now?
That's me.
So
Okay.
where it
So
says
up in the
hits to
top,
fits,
where it says hits,
hits
first of
to
all,
fits,
you
yeah.
should be using the downloaded offline. It's so much faster. But anyways, go ahead and
Yeah,
check the little the drop down.
yeah, click the drop down where it says hips to fit sky survey.
Very top, the very top there.
Right here.
Yeah, click that down.
Okay, then where it says file,
Okay.
Oh,
click that. Now where it says load image,
yeah.
click that, and then navigate to your image file.
Oh,
that
hell.
you-
Shit. Awesome, dude. I never knew you could do that.
and then it'll ask you whether you want to blind solve, or it gives you two choices: blind solve or something else. Whatever. It always works for me, so I just I whichever one you pick, it should work.
Okay. Somebody
And
send
then
him a couple of Cohibas, please.
Awesome.
so
That's
here's the other thing. When you download Nina, did you download the files for the offline?
I believe I did, yeah.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Okay, so go back, hit cancel,
Yeah.
go back to where that is, choose offline sky map.
Yeah.
Try to stay in that because it is a lot faster loading.
Oh,
Oh.
really?
Yes.
Oh, the offline sky map?
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you got space on your device, yeah, because I think it's a couple gigs or something like that.
Okay.
It is totally worth it. Because like
Okay.
I don't know, even in my house with good internet, the other ones just take so long to load. It's
Really?
annoying. Yeah.
I don't have a real frame of reference because I've only used the online one. So
Yeah, I always use hips to fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
play
always
around
use
with
the off. Yeah. You just got to make sure you have the files and you got to go to the Nina options and tell it, where I think,
Where it belongs.
I
Right,
think
right.
I may be wrong on that. It's been so long. It's
Well,
like 2-3.
I think you just have to have it in your Nina
Patriot
program file.
Astro has a video on it.
Well, I mean, you can see, Dave, the lower part of the panel here. All right,
Yeah.
this panel too. So here's what we're capturing right now.
Okay. Excellent.
So, it's not bad. I mean, you can see that deep U.
Yeah, that looks
You can
good.
see all that color in there.
God, I wish I had an extra $1,000 to buy one of those filters.
What filter?
It's the Radian Triad Ultra quad band.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
So
can
so you're not shooting narrowband.
No, it's all narrowband. It's H
But it's
alpha,
color
H
camera.
beta, sulfur, and oxygen. It's all in one filter.
Yeah, color camera with
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get that, but I always thought the the like the tri and the quad bands were like broader band passes,
No,
so
it's
that it was more of a
4 nanometer.
4 nanometer, really?
4 nanometer. Yeah, and the H beta is 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, the H beta is so close to the it's got oxygen too.
Yeah.
The H beta and the oxygen got to be like right next to each other.
They're pretty close.
Mhm.
But
They
you know,
are. They are very
I've
close.
heard I've heard horror stories from people talking about that filter, and so I was kind of a little gun shy on it. I don't know what the hell I was doing listening to those freaking idiots. You know, I put that filter in, and we're like, all of us were like,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, our mouths were agape, we're like, holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say that it gives terrible halos and everything
Yeah, and
like
it's
that.
it's
And
complete bullshit.
Well, I
there's
think a
no
lot depends
halo.
on how fast your scope is.
1.9.
And if whether there's a bright star and if it's off axis, there's a lot of different factors that go into
That's
the
true.
halos. And there's a lot of variability in the qualities from filters to filters, depending on who the manufacturer is.
Well,
So
you know what?
you could have gotten a good one.
Yeah, I'll pull this back up again and zoom in on it. So
Well,
we got,
and the proof of the pudding is going to be after you stack everything.
oh sure.
Yeah.
A single subframe may not show that halo, but after you stack all that data together, they might pop out. You just have to
I mean, God, look at the star.
They're beautiful.
I mean, it's just you can't get any rounder than that.
No.
So I don't know. Well, yeah. I meant to ask too. We were talking about the SETI Astro stuff. And I know Eric, you had downloaded the Pro Suite and such. Have you guys messed around with any of the plugins that I mean he's got a
Oh,
ton, ton.
I use all his stuff.
Okay.
I use his blemish blaster all the time. I use his mask. I use his Astromark thing, the signature editor to put my logo on.
Yeah.
I use this. I don't like. I shouldn't say this. I like to stretch myself. I don't use. There's nothing wrong with statistical stretch. I just like doing it myself.
Yeah.
However, I use his star stretch all the time. I use his stuff all the time. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there's nothing wrong with using the statistical stretch and then refining it a little bit. It gives you a starting point.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I like using GHS.
Yeah.
No, I hate GHS.
I love it. I think you get the best stretch with GHS.
I'm
not smart enough.
We've got great data with the 14 on M47 and I'm sorry, M57. I've got to get I got to get to the observatory and get we took short exposures. So we've got RGB data and we've got data with the ALP-T. Because we use a color camera, 571, IMX 571. We use the AGMA. And I want to put together a high dynamic range image, but I may actually try GHS to stretch it so that I can because it's so bright.
Yeah.
And we got like great data on the outer halos, and on M57. I want to bring that out, but I don't want to blast the hell out of the core.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, one of you guys needs to do a program on GHS
Molly.
old idiots.
Yeah, Molly has a great
Astrono Molly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check out her
Molly. Yeah.
Astro Molly, she's got a great tutorial.
Does she? Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Which stretch is this you're talking about, Dave?
The generalized hyperbolic stretch.
Oh, in PixInsight.
Yeah.
It's really good because you can, it's a much more gradual process that you can kind of gradually bring it in. You can protect your highlights. You can, and it you
Yeah,
have much more control than just histogram transformation or like SETI Astro statistical stretch. And you
so
can really pinpoint the areas that you want to stretch,
Yeah.
and try and protect the core and everything like that. Yeah, it's
Have you compared that GHS to the statistical stretch that
oh yeah,
Frank does?
it's a lot better.
It's a lot
yeah.
better.
So
Yeah.
GHS has, so it has the stretch factor, but then it has that, what is it, local intensity. So like,
Local intensity, protect the
yeah,
highlights, and
yeah, the local intensity. So if you look at the curve, like when you stretch it, you if you bring that local intensity in the right direction,
it
it actually takes
dampens
the
down
bright
that curve. Yeah.
the bright end of the curve and really it, it it's something you got to play with more. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been,
gonna have to play with GHS again. Because I know it's very intense. It's very robust. It can do a lot for you,
yep.
but you
Well,
have to learn the ins and outs of it.
I've watched Adam Block's series on that
Uh-huh.
probably 5 times, and I still can't get it. You
Yeah,
know?
it's one of those.
He's
It's
he
pretty, like I say, it's pretty intense.
He's over analytical about it, I think.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know.
I can find him to be confusing a lot
Yeah,
of times.
Master Molly's is much more practical and down to.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
The nice thing I like about the way it has, it has the drop down where it's general hyperbolic stretch, and then you can do there's other things, but then you can always go back to linear and then pull everything back to the
like
left.
your adjust your black point.
Yeah, and bring your black point back where you want it, and everything like that, and then start again and find your symmetry point where you want to bring out. And the symmetry point, you can click on the image. So an area where you want to kind of stretch, you can click on that image and send that to your symmetry point, and you can start to stretch it, and then bring the other levels back to protect the brighter parts and everything like that, so you're not overstretching that. I mean, it's
Maybe
very
it's
powerful
I
tool.
don't have the
You get
patience.
a much more consistent stretch across your field.
Yeah.
There's a really good quick and easy GHS for galaxies by Luco. That's how I learned how to do it. I
Oh,
don't like reference
yeah,
site.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
real cool.
Uh,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there's a bunch of videos out there.
Yeah.
So
That I think that actually,
super
I mean,
bright
if
targets,
you
but
really want,
bright cores too. I'll make a mask. I'll stretch it to a point. So like galaxies that have a really bright core, I'll get it stretched out to where, okay, I can't go any further. I'm going to blow out the core, and I'll mask the core.
Yep.
yeah. I also like the create HDR image script in the
Love
toolbox.
that. Yeah.
So
Love that.
I can't. I haven't found that. I have to download that.
Do you have the toolbox scripts?
Um, I have to download it somehow because I was looking.
5 down.
Who is
Yeah.
that's an RC Astro thing, right?
No, it's
Oh,
Stefan.
no.
Yeah.
It's related to Graxper.
Yeah.
So when I downloaded Graxper, I got the toolbox script because I think Graxpert was originally in that before it became a process.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep. Yeah, because I upgraded my Pix Insight yesterday to 1.9.3 or whatever it was, because it was working fine, but I thought, well, go ahead and do it. And it somehow lost all my scripts. I had to
but
go and put every freaking script back
did you
in.
try did you try checking for updates so
Yep.
after you do
Yep.
and and it didn't find anything.
So
Oh,
there's
that's
mine.
weird.
Mine did that too, but there's a little selection. Now, I may say the wrong thing, but when I went to the Pixel site help forum thing for that,
Uh-huh.
it's real simple. You force it to look for all of the available scripts. There's a little check mark, and then all of
Yeah,
a sudden they all reappeared just like that.
I'm
Okay,
trying to.
so yeah, I do have create HDR in my scripts.
I love it because it's basically the HDR multi-scale. Um, but what it does is it allows you to the thing that I like that it does is it allows you to uh essentially like create a blend.
What
So you get
scaling
like
function do you usually use?
I usually use not the B3, I think it's linear interpolation, the one that's right above
Linear
B3.
does so, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
experiment with your stuff.
Okay.
And then the one thing is when you make a change to one number, it starts to update the preview. So you get like a little watch icon. So you can't like change like two or three things at
Yeah.
once. So that's a
Yeah.
little bit annoying. But the reason why I like it is there's a blend slider. And
Yeah.
so like let's say you don't you kind of like 5 layers or 6 layers a little bit better, but like it's maybe too aggressive for your choices. So you could go to the aggressive one and dial down the blend, or maybe the less aggressive one and dial up the blend and get a little more out of it. It gives you another layer of control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um, but
Bernie, what do you use? Do you use 25% or 50%? A lot
for
of times.
for the blend,
Yeah.
uh, honestly, it really depends on the image. Um, what I try to do, it depends, first of all, which system I'm using, um, and the image itself. I tend to use like somewhere around zero point 0.5, zero point 0.4. Um,
Yeah.
with my FMA, with the smaller, faster setup, my wide field setup, I might
Yeah.
use like smaller blends, but like it all depends. If we're imaging with the 14 and there's a bright galaxy core, I might use zero point 0.6. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I don't use this. I kind of mess around and like I zoom in and I try to look for artifacts from
Yeah.
overdoing it, and that overcooked look.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
With my red cat, I usually use, yeah, 0.35, something like that.
yeah,
And with the NP127, I use zero point 0.5 most of the time.
I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Uh-huh.
I think, uh, uh, well, Fredo, I think you were talking about this reset updates,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Is that the choice you were talking about? It
There's a way to go in there and I don't know if it was there, but there's a way to go in and click the one button and it'll say look for all those different updates. I don't think that was it.
well,
I had to go into the Pixel site forum to find it.
I think it's also in RC Astros. So if you go to RC Astro, um, to some of his info, he talks about
Yeah.
if something goes wrong.
That's it. Yep, yep, yeah. Go to maybe that's it. You might be right. I forget where it is, but it was really simple because I lost everything when I went to 193 and
Yeah.
I did that and it was like click, boom, done.
Yeah,
It took
reset updates.
it took me 3 hours to put all those things in.
Oh man, that's
I could have pushed one button.
You got to be
The other
chewing your guts thinking that it would just take one freaking click of a button and put them all back.
Yeah.
Good
the,
Lord. I'd
the
want to
other
shoot somebody.
the other thing is if you have the graphics acceleration the TensorFlow file, whenever you do a PixInsight update, it's going to overwrite the TensorFlow. So I actually
Really?
I
Yeah, you
save
have to save it as a file and then put it back in.
yeah, I actually save it on my desktop in a folder that
That's
says
what I do.
TensorFlow. And whenever I update, the first thing I do is go in and replace the TensorFlow. I take the one that comes in with the PixInsight update. I make that underscore old. I add that to the file name instead of deleting it, and then I put my old one in, and because otherwise you'll lose the graphics acceleration.
Yeah.
Right.
Good to
Well,
know. Good
I
tip.
don't have
Yeah,
to
Very
worry
that's
good
about
tip
that's
to know.
exactly what I do, Ernie. I friggin'
Yeah.
keep it as a file on my desktop and then just redo it as I need to.
Good tip. Good tip.
I wonder if they're working on the Mac Silicon version because
Supposedly.
they haven't put a new update or a new
Version
system,
update?
yeah, for God, 6 months. And hell, they were doing it every month and a half or 2 months, you know,
Sure.
forever. So God, I hope they do.
One thing that I'm going to probably talk to Dan about, I don't know if you guys have seen the latest video that Kevin put out from uh God, not Explore Scientific. Um gosh. The the company that makes the Wave, the
Oh,
Wave mount.
Skywatcher.
Skywatcher. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. They they do a monthly what's in the sky, you know. This
Uh-huh.
month they did Christmas ideas or holiday gift ideas. Um so
Cool.
one thing that maybe I'll even talk to Dan about is doing a show something like that, for Astroworld telescopes. But that's a pretty good topic to talk about is, amongst the viewer membership and amongst you guys too, is what are some of the things that if you could, write out your list or have a top thing, what would you have, what would your pick be for the holiday season?
I'd
And
like an synergy filter.
I'm sorry.
I'd like an Optolong synergy filter.
Okay.
I'd like an OCal H2.
Yeah, me too. I second the motion.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All
I hear the
right.
Mount Wilson Observatory is available. I'll take that.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
In case you guys want to take up a collection,
Shoot for the stars, Scott.
Yeah, really, dude, man. Wow. That's yeah. So maybe something like that. Maybe even Dan and I and the rest of the Ashworld team, we can come up with something like that for holiday gift ideas that are being released. One for me would definitely be like say the Dwarf 3.
Yeah.
Smart telescopes are getting more and more popular, and for folks looking for a gift idea that's not super outrageous, because astrophotography and astronomy, it's not cheap, but you could look at a smart telescope for,
Well,
someone,
even
that I'm sorry.
Did you?
I'm thinking about getting one because, like, if I get sent down to the Philippines again, I can't take my imaging rig with me, but I can
Yeah,
sure as
Exactly.
heck
yeah.
put a Sea Star in my luggage, and I'd at least be able to capture some of the things that we can't see from here.
I'll
exactly.
tell
Exactly.
you.
You
I'll
can
tell
get
you
like a
what.
C Star 30 or something like that,
Yeah, or
something
the S50,
smaller.
even
Coming
the
out with a
S50.
new
Even
one.
S50, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
they're coming out with a new C Star 30. It's got the 585 chip in it
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everything else, and it does Milky Way and landscape and all that, just like those dwarfs do.
Yep.
And it's a quad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah, it looks,
Ross, you need my list.
hell, I might get one even though I got that 50.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
actually considering, maybe I'll put that on my list. A dwarf. I really like that, that dwarf 3. I think it's really cool. Um, and other things that Kevin was mentioning. One, he's having Richard Wright on for an interview. I think it's on their next stream, talking about the smart eye,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and how that basically turns
So
your current OTA and mount setup into a smart telescope and stuff like that.
do,
Um,
once I think it's once a month or once a quarter or whatever, they have the tech guy on,
yeah.
and their tech support guy. So I had the Skywatcher EQ6R.
Uh-huh.
So one time I was off work or whatever, and so I was able to watch. So I'm messaging and I'm like, what do you guys recommend for PMing your scope? And they were like, had no idea what I'm talking about. I'm like, PM, preventive maintenance.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, they're like, well, and they couldn't get it. I'm like, okay, so don't you change the oil in your car like every 5,000 or for
Yeah.
some of it's seven, like that. I'm not, because they were like, well, you shouldn't really mess with your scope and change it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Preventative maintenance, like changing the oil in your car, checking your tire pressure, you know, applying grease where it needs to be, that kind of thing. And they
Uh-huh.
kind of didn't have they got, I don't know, it sounded like it was a
Really?
foreign, yeah, like really sent them for a loop. I mean, I know
Wow.
I live in a manufacturing world, so
Yes.
that's a huge consideration, but
Exactly. Yeah, no, for sure.
it was
Um,
kind of funny to me. It's like,
that's
you
yeah,
guys
that's
don't
yeah,
know,
that's kind of funny.
how
Like,
do you not
huh?
know?
Well,
Hey,
hell, Norm takes his apart all the time,
Yes. Yeah.
and
I think one weekend or I don't know, taking some time, I'm gonna connect with Norm. I'm gonna fly to Oklahoma and
yeah,
he's gonna teach me
yeah.
the ins and outs of the mighty
Yeah.
mo.
Oh,
hey, so I was just looking at PixInsight, and you go to scripts. All the way down at the bottom is a thing called feature scripts.
Okay.
And then you can either hit the regenerate button and then the enable or disable all. And what happened was is when I redid or upgraded to the 9 to 1.93 or whatever it was, it disabled everything. So I had to go in there and just
okay.
regenerate and enable all, or you can scroll through there and pick the ones you want or don't want. That's where I went and saw it.
So
Okay.
you hit
Okay.
the regenerate, and then that, because my enable all is grayed out right now.
Oh, yeah. So you have to regenerate. You should have to regenerate it then.
Okay,
Right.
so you regenerate. Oh, I'm not
because
gonna screw with
because
it.
none of mine, none of mine were checked. None were checked
Okay.
when I started. So if you got them all checked, you're good. You don't have to do anything.
Oh
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Okay.
all when I went to resources, okay, and oh wait a minute, it's done. When I went to resources and updates and manage repositories, my managed repositories were just the very basic ones. It had gotten rid of every
Yeah, yeah,
one.
yeah. Mine showed up, but they weren't showing up. The stuff was listed, but it wasn't showing as available. I
That
couldn't
was the
figure that one
first
out.
time that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out why. And then of course I had to get the whatever you call it, the two big long numbers to uh
I mean the product key?
yeah, yeah.
So real quick, going back to when you're updating your Pix Insight version, updating your to the latest
Yeah,
build
their
of
newest
Pix
release or
Insight,
something.
their newest release.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone was asking, where is the tensor file in Pix Insight?
Oh, are you
I
a
don't
Windows?
know because I don't
Yeah,
use it.
if you're on
So
Windows or something like
I'll
that.
where
show
you
you.
have to put it,
I'll show you.
Yeah.
yeah, it's in. You got to go into the program file, and there's
Yeah.
a spot where you throw it in there.
Okay, is it under program files, then
Yeah.
under
Yeah, program
Yeah. So
files, Pixel site, and then there's a
go.
list of all the, like, I think, is it in library? Do you put it in
It's
library?
in bin. It's in bin. So are
that's
you
in
guys seeing my
bin.
screen?
It's in
Bin,
bin.
that's it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So go to
Okay.
so go to program files, Pixel site, and then go to bin. Okay. And
Yep.
then the TensorFlow is
If you were sharing your screen, we can't see it.
so here it is. Are you, oh
Share your
shoot.
screen.
There you go. Sorry. I'll go back.
No problem.
Sorry, I thought I had hit share. I must not have clicked on the button. So um so you go to program files and then navigate down to PixInsight.
Or wherever your Pix Insight is located, you would go to where your Pix
Yeah, it
Insight
should be in
is
programs
located.
files
Yeah, it
unless you
should
put
be
it
under
some,
your users, program files. Yeah.
and then you want to go into bin. That's the directory. TensorFlow is in the bin folder
Correct.
in PixInsight. So it's right here. And
Yeah.
so like this is what I do. I just rename the one that comes with the build. And then if I show my desktop, I have this folder right here
Correct.
that has this is the good version of TensorFlow that makes the GPU work for
Yeah.
my graphics card.
And you just
Um,
copy and paste it.
Yep.
So,
The other thing too
uh-huh.
is if you download, instead of using the repository, if you download PixInsight scripts or you download any like databases and things like that,
Yeah.
do not save them into the PixInsight folder. Do
No.
not save them into another folder, because when PixInsight updates, it rewrites that folder and
Yeah.
you lose that.
And you'll
So
have, yeah.
like the Gaia databases and all that stuff, I have a separate folder that says PixInsight databases, and I put all or PixInsight
Downloads.
yeah.
Yeah. It's the site downloads.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because otherwise every time you'll be spending so much time, it like some people, instead of using the repositories, some people actually download the script and then add that script that way.
Mhm.
But like if you put that folder in your PixInsight folder, it'll get rewritten.
That's
So
right.
So I have a question for you about that TensorFlow file. There's if you go to one of those sites, I forget, we talked about it about last year. So you can, instead of having to go through there and fix your TensorFlow file, you can just download sounds like a gigabyte of a file that does it for you automatically.
well, supposedly RC Astro
Yeah.
has
That's it. Yes.
RC Astro has a repository that will
Automatically puts it in.
yeah, I've already done it, so I'm gonna be honest, I've never really used it. But if you go to RC Astro's website,
Do you have to redo that one each time as well?
let's see
Like
here.
if you, since I updated my
So if you go
to the
to
new Pixel site,
if I think you just when you update the repositories, it should take care of that.
Yeah,
okay.
when you upload the repositories, it automatically puts it in there now. Where
Okay.
before it did. Now
Yeah.
There you go.
he's
So-
got it to where it automatically updates this.
Well, hold on, yeah, because Steve is saying he tried it and it didn't do it manually. Didn't he tried it and didn't work?
That's the issue
didn't
I'm
work
having.
manually.
I'm having the same issue on my laptop. It doesn't do it automatically anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one thing is definitely like is to definitely go in and make a separate folder for these types of files and download it
Well,
so you can
this is a
have it.
Yeah,
this is a repository thing.
correct.
Yeah, but
This
I'm
is
saying if you can grab the
yeah,
TensorFlow
Yeah,
the
you have
TensorFlow
to.
yeah,
file as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
you have to
If you
do
have
that
to, yeah.
TensorFlow in your
He's got
repositories.
he's got if you go to his info, he's
Mm-hmm.
got a whole page on GP acceleration,
Yeah,
Okay.
and how to do it. He takes you through his repository as well as the manual setup. He's
yeah.
got really good.
And you got to make sure your compatibility and everything like that is.
I've
Yes.
always been confused with that because I use a Mac and
Yeah,
I don't
Well,
have
that's the
to do it.
problem right there, Tom.
What?
Using inferior equipment.
Oh God,
No,
whatever.
actually, it's not inferior. You really don't. You
thank you.
actually with the Mac, he actually doesn't have to go through any of this crap,
Yeah.
because
Yep.
it automatically you benefit, like he says right here. Most Macs of recent vintage benefit from acceleration with no additional configuration needed.
Yeah.
So
So there you go.
yeah,
But Steve's also mentioning the TensorFlow has to match the CUDA version you have
yes,
installed.
correct, right. So that's why when PixInsight overwrites it, okay, that's why I I do the update, I do all the the check for and check for updates and update my repository. Then the very next thing that I do is I grab the one. This is the one when I installed CUDA and I followed all the instructions for manually setting up uh, um, the graphics acceleration, which is just brutally painful. I mean, you have to just go into all these things and copy all these different files, and it's very painful. But so what I did is I saved that matched TensorFlow here, and so
Yes.
I'll copy this. I just Control C, and then I'll go back to I'll go back to PixInsight bin,
Yep.
and then all I do is before I hit Control V, I take the existing one. You don't have to do this. This is probably paranoia on my part. Um, but I just take the one that came with the install and I just add this underscore. I rename it,
Yep.
right click on the file, rename it, just so I don't lose it. And then I Control V the one that I have,
Yes.
and then it works.
Another example of how it's proving how astrophotography, is such a incredible hobby, but it's a very intense hobby. It's a very difficult hobby overall versus others because there are
I
certain
don't like
things you have to remember.
I don't like tinkering with my computer.
Sure.
I really don't like it. My computer, I am very happy with the way it works, and like I am very cautious about messing with it.
Yep.
And I was truly uncomfortable with like how deep in, because there were like different configuration settings that
Hmm.
you had to get to. Now at the time, RC Astro didn't have this page, so I did there's guides out there for like when StarNet plus plus was out,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and like you like got to get in and change all these configuration settings, and you got to create an account with NVIDIA like you're a developer. It's free, but you got to create an account just to download CUDA. I mean, if you're not like a computer savvy person, I know a lot of people in this hobby are. I'm not. I'm computer savvy enough. I'm an
I'm not.
engineer, right? But I don't like getting into, you
No,
know, I'm not a computer engineer.
Right, right, right.
I don't
I'm a,
like
damn
changing.
it, Jim, I'm a mechanical engineer.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just make my Gcam work and let's get on.
Let me go back. I've got to go back to my desktop PC here because I want to go ahead and before we get out of here, I want to announce image of the month here. So let me just go ahead and get in and do all that I need to do to fire this bad boy up. And then I will share it.
Yeah.
You need a Narcan?
Huh?
Need a Narcan?
Yeah,
to, fire, to fire that up.
I know, right? Let's see. Where are you? I'm running everything from my phone, so just bear with me. You guys can
I wonder why your
keep
picture was
chatting.
so small.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Um, so let me go here and sign back in, and then I'll share my screen again and all of that stuff. So when you're seeing, my other, screen there, it just has my, um,
His PC.
yeah, my PC, my Ghost of Cassiopeia. That's because I'm running things from there. So just an FYI.
While he's sitting in his lazy boy.
Exact the mundo. Thank you very much.
I gotta shoot some more on that Ghost of Cassiopeia.
I did it last night with the Carbon Star. I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Oh, I can't wait to see that either. With those nice big star spikes.
That thing's
Got
gonna
a
go
hundred hours.
across the whole screen.
They'll
Got a
go
hundred
all
hours
the
of
way
data you can have.
across the frame.
What's that? Well,
I got
all-
a hundred hours of Cassiopeia Ghost data you can have to play with. I can never get it right.
oh really? Is it
Yeah,
all in narrowband or I mean all in
yeah,
broadband?
narrowband SHO.
Oh, you did an SHO.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
just playing around, but I can't get it to go.
I want to shoot that with that little tri
I usually
RGB.
just do it in HA and
There's
RG.
you might want to get some RGB because there's some reflection
Oh,
nebulosity
there's a lot of
in
that's
the ghost. So
yeah.
you're definitely going to want to get some RGB in there.
Yeah, that's what I usually do HA and then just RGB.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do it with that little Red Cat 51. See what that looks like. Because I just shot it with my NP 127 last year.
Here, let me I'll show you my I just put the what do you call it together? My double cluster
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh, Perseus?
right there.
Love the double cluster. What focal length?
The GT81, so that's like
30.
385, something like that with the reducer.
Okay. So see that string of stars going up towards the upper right?
Yeah, right up here.
That goes up to stock 2, the X-Man.
Okay, yeah.
That's really cool. If you, and even if you can see that visually too. So
You can almost call this a triple clusters. You got one here, and then there's another small one up
Up
here.
yeah.
here. Zoom in on that, Dave.
Oops.
Look at those.
Yeah, those stars resolve pretty well.
Nice tight.
Interesting thing for those who may not know. In Nina, if you guys recall, you have the filter offset calculator. One thing that I learned recently because I wanted to go ahead and use filter offsets because just like Patriot Astro, he was mentioning it saves instead of refocusing so much, you're losing out on imaging time, using the filter offset calculator. One thing that he didn't mention, but I learned is the best targets to utilize when doing the filter off using the filter offset calculator
Clusters.
are clusters,
Cluster. Yeah.
such as, and one of the best ones is the double cluster, for example, or another one would be M44. For example, so if anyone is thinking of or did not know this and they're thinking of using the filter offset calculator in Nina, go to look for a cluster and center in on that cluster, because the narrowband targets, they'll go through and they'll resolve much easier on all of those on those groups of stars, than they would if you're going to say any other dark part of the sky or trying to use some sort of a nebula or whatever. So utilize and open a cluster like that. Definitely don't use M45. Don't use M45.
So you're saying when setting up the
When
filter
setting up,
offsets.
it was setting up
Okay.
the offset calculator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I same thing goes if you're like doing your tilt
Yep.
adjustment. I
Okay.
did mine the night I imaged M44. So I spent about an hour before I imaged to get, using the aberration inspector to get the tilt,
Yeah.
to my liking.
Yep.
And same thing, I used an open star cluster to do that.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So these particular types of DSOs, they do have some good utility when it comes to doing these things, certain
And they're
things.
just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Absolutely.
M11, double cluster.
Hercules.
Oh my God.
I
Yeah,
love
yeah, the
M15,
glob's good,
M15.
but
Yeah. What was another one? The coat
there's
hanger.
the coat hanger. Then if
Yes.
you get down in between Sagittarius and Scorpius, what do you got? You got M6 and the M6 and M7, the butterfly and Ptolemy's cluster.
You've got the Hyades that's
just
out there right now.
yeah.
The owl cluster is another.
And ET
Yeah.
and GC457.
Yes.
I want to shoot that Taurus molecular cloud with that red cat too.
Oh yeah. I think you're still gonna have to do some a mosaic even with that.
Oh yeah, even with that, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's go to image of the month. Let me go ahead and set up and share the screen on my desktop here. And share. And all right, so let me minimize that side. Okay, so we have the M101 collaboration that took 36 hours and from multiple different scopes and rigs. And then we had which one was this one? Let me keep going down here. Sorry, guys.
Wizard.
We had the Wizard Nebula from Tom.
Man, you see that dark patch of that nebula? Wow, is that ever stand out? No, it's high.
Yeah, it's up high.
Can you maximize your screen?
Yeah, let me see if I can maximize it. Like I said, I'm using my phone here, so I apologize. But let me see if I can maximize it. Yeah.
Just
zoom in a bit.
There you go.
No. Maximize the window. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
What? Sorry. We do it again.
Add it.
There. Why is it doing that? Oh, because
I don't know.
you're sharing. Do you have two screens?
Yeah.
You're sharing both your screens. That's why.
Am I sharing both my screens?
Yeah.
I bet you that's why it is.
Okay, my bad.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll just zoom in here a bit. Maybe that'll just make things a little bit better.
There you
We'll
go.
blame it on the drugs.
Yeah,
Maybe you
there you
had a
go.
little maybe you
So
had a little Merlot 15.
Always the drugs.
it's always the drugs, guys. Always the drugs.
Take it from
So
a
Just
man
say
who
no.
sold it for 37 years.
Maybe
yeah,
he's had a little bit of Merlot 15.
there you go.
We're low 15.
That's funny.
So here we go. We got, come on now. So
Man,
there's the
whose
wizard.
awesome wizard is that, man? That looks really nice.
Yeah. So there's Tom's wizard.
TP.
Keep going.
Hey,
There you go.
appreciate
Keep going. A
it.
Are
little
you
more.
referring to this area up here?
No. The real
To the right.
black. The real dark
Globule,
black.
that massive
Oh, the globs.
globule
The
in the
globs up here?
No,
black
straight up
block.
All
Just-
the way at the top.
Yeah,
Center.
at the top.
that big old
There you
Right
go.
there.
block.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So we have Tom's.
Wills.
You have
Oh,
Wilfredo's.
Will
yeah,
Steve.
That's
The
beautiful.
rotten fish here.
beautiful.
Awesome. Absolutely. And we have Josh's Haunted Forest,
Mhm.
or NGC 7000 here, the North American Nebula.
The Cygnus
Awesome.
Wall.
Yeah, the Cygnus Wall, one of my favorites. You know,
I
the
like
Cygnus
the
Wall.
forest.
I love the wall. The wall is awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's go over and see who we got here.
Who the winner? Who the winner?
Who's the winner? And let me shrink this back down. I know we all love the anticipation while I'm doing this. So, all right.
I can't take it any longer.
I know, right? And
I know who won. Wilfredo won.
Wilfredo won. That's okay. So
I
now,
don't know, Tom. Yours is pretty good.
Uh,
and let me go to, oh, wrong thing, guys. You know, let me go back. Go back one. And
Everybody
it's-
write down Eric's password.
I know, right?
Quick.
let's go back and sign in again.
Yeah. All polls. And
There we go.
image of the month. What's this? We had 33 votes. And the winner is the Rotten Fish.
The rock.
Stinky Fish wins.
I told you.
Stinky Fish wins.
Oh, wow,
I
thank you very much.
told you.
Wow. It was
Stinky
good.
Fish.
It was good.
Way to go
you.
there, Will.
Alfredo.
Nice.
You're the man. You get
Nice.
the big check.
That's right. He gets the big check.
And what scope did you do that with, Will?
That was, I think that was the cat. Was that the cat 71?
I think
No,
yeah, so. I think that was
I'd
the
have to go
case.
back and look. I mean, I tell you, the last couple of weeks, my brain has been fried. It's either the Red Cat 70. I think it is the Red Cat 71.
Wow.
That's a great image.
Yeah, so congratulations there, sir.
Delicate.
Thank you.
So
Hey. I got to get going, everyone.
yep.
All right,
Yep,
Ernie.
it's about that time.
See
It's
ya.
about
Thank
that
you.
time. It's 10
Good
o'clock.
to see you, Ernie.
So
Good seeing everyone. Fantastic.
absolutely.
Bye to everybody in the chat. Have a good one.
All right,
Have a
Take
great,
care. Take
have a
care,
great
Ernie.
weekend.
Take care, buddy.
See ya.
So again, you know, congratulations there.
you.
And yeah, it's about that time. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it.
Loved it.
And let me see here. There we go. So yeah, we will do this again. Hopefully Dan will be back Wednesday. I'll try to get a hold of him and see what his situation is and all of that stuff.
So I can tell you next Friday, him and I are both out.
Yeah, because you guys are
Oh,
going to the game, right?
We'll be at the Capitals game.
Yeah, you guys
I'll
get
be
together.
gone because I've got a Halloween party over at my
Oh,
ex-wife's.
that's right. It's Halloween next Friday.
Yeah,
Halloweeny.
yeah,
Halloweeny.
yeah. I'm gonna go terrorize my ex-wife.
Ah, funny.
Good for you,
Oh,
man. I love
oh,
that.
oh, there is a great thing on YouTube. It's got Trump and everything like that, and it's done to Don't Fear the Reaper.
Oh, really?
Scott, you'd love it. You would absolutely love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't fear the
Oh.
Reaper with Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Blue Oyster Cult.
No, I know the
Nice.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh
I needed more.
it's
I
all
got a
done in
fever.
AI. Yeah.
The only
It,
cure is a little more cowbell.
Oh
yeah,
God.
cowbell. We need more
Oh
cowbell.
God.
Yeah.
You guys are killing me. All right. Well, guys,
Now,
thank you everybody. Thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you everybody here who hopped on. Really appreciate it. Have a great weekend, everybody. And as always, keep imaging, keep educating in clear skies, and we will see you guys on Friday. Take care, everybody. I'm closing the meeting.
See ya.
later.
Boys.
Happy weekend.
See ya.
So long and congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yours is awesome. Thank you. See ya.
Bye.